Well, all right. Welcome to November the 9th. Another day. A little bit cooler here today, cloudy and stuff like that, but it's okay. We made it through. Thankful for it. So I got a question that was sent to me and said I'll talk about being a dad, and a lot of times I talk about showing things in life, sunsets or trees and birds and water. And they said, well, what if you live in a city? Well, it's funny you should ask that. Uh, I've lived in cities. Spent a lot of time working in bigger towns, not huge towns, but bigger towns. Of course, I grew up outside of Nashville by about 45, 50 miles. And so I've definitely been through there a lot. And not that Nashville, Tennessee's a huge town by any means compared to, Dallas or New York, L.A., Atlanta, not even close. But there's beauty to find in every one of them. You can still find beautiful things, whether it's the water or even sometimes being able to see some of those big tall buildings when the sun's starting to rise or set and it's all shining off that glass. I mean, you can definitely find beauty there. You can do what I've always liked to do and people watch. Of course, now some people might think you're weird doing that, but most people don't ever even notice, But you can watch people as they interact in society and live life and do all these things. And, you know, there's always a teaching moment. There's always something in our life in every day that we can teach our children, that we can express to them in ways how to act and how to be, and to show them more fully what it means to be an adult and what it means to act as one, and to be able to live our life by a code of conduct, by a code of honor, if you will, about what it is that we do. So many times people that, how can I put this? So many times people don't want to be a dad because they didn't have one, or because the woman in their life decided that they weren't good enough to be a dad. Don't ever let go of your children, ever. You hang on to them with everything you've got. And if you're in a big city, be in a big city, that's fine. Teach that child what they need to know about being in that city. And even if you're not in a city, teach that child what they need to know about going to the city, about keeping themselves safe, and about being responsible and being adults. That's the thing. Is so many times we want to overlook it. I don't excuse a deadbeat father ever. I'm not going to. I think that's ridiculous, and maybe it is because I was raised by a single parent, and my single parent was a father. Me and my brother both. There's just two of us, but my mom left when I was 8 years old, and I remember the night that she walked out. My dad raised us. He gave everything to raise us, sacrificed everything to make sure that we were raised up. And for me, that's the role model that was put before me. The epitome of being a father is the way he acted and what he did and accomplished in life, knowing that he was on his own and that he was by himself, and yet he still overcame every obstacle put before him, and all the debt that my mother left him in. He paid off every single bit of it on his own. He took care of me and my brother the best that he could, and the good thing about us growing up in the South was when we got old enough to start helping people on farms, we had the ability to do that, and to make a little bit of an income of our own to be able to help out, whether it be to buy our own clothes or our own shoes or whatever it was. We were able to do that at times, and then everything wasn't on just him. But it was because of the way we were taught. We were taught responsibility from a young age. We were taught how to cut wood and how to, put it in ranks and rick, and be able to do everything that we needed to do. And, so many times people overlook that if you're a dad, and your child's not in your life, do everything you can to get him in your life, or to get her in your life, because little girls need a father, little boys need a father, all children need a father. They need someone there that's going to lift them up, going to build them up, going to make them better people, because a mother can't do it on their own. And don't get me wrong, I have no sympathy for women that run their men off and then complain because they don't get enough child support. You'll find no sympathy for me for that. If that was the reason that you want to have children, is just so you can milk some man out of money, that is the wrong way, because a real father will never fight about child support, because he's going to support that child regardless. He's going to make sure that child is taken care of and that child is fed and clothed and sheltered all the time. And if that means that he has to take that child and raise that child on his own, then that's what he'll do. Why? Because that's what a father does. That's what a father does. They never forsake their children. They never leave their children. They make sure that they are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, regardless. Now, that doesn't mean we bail them out of everything. No, sir. No, sir. My dad told me and my brother once, he said, boys, you get in trouble with the law, I'll bail you out of jail one time. He said, that's all you get. One time. You know, me and my brother are both in our mid-40s. We still have that one time. We're hanging on to it because it's going to be something very, very important for us to spend that one time. And my children have been told the same thing. I'll bail you out of trouble one time. And that's it. You'll get that one free pass that I'll give you, but you won't get no more. I'm thankful to say none of mine's used it yet, and I hope they never do. There's a time to stand up and make sure they understand they're on their own. I got that. But that doesn't mean we quit loving them. That doesn't mean we're not there to offer advice or help in any way, shape, or form that we can, you know, but we don't want to be used by it either. You know, it's always that fine line that we got to walk, and that's a hard thing for a lot of people to cover and to cross over. And it's just something we have to think about, though. So remember, folks, I know this is kind of a rambling video. My apologies on that. But it doesn't matter where we're at. It doesn't matter if you're in the country, if you're in the suburbs, if you're, you know, in an urban area. It doesn't matter. You can be a father, and you can teach your children by everything that's around you. You can still show them beauty in nature when you slow things down. You can still be everything they need you to be, no matter where we're at on this planet. So please remember that. Be there. Show up. Be on time. Be the man that you want to be. Be the man in front of your boys that you want them to be, because they're going to role model after you. You don't like the bad life that you've lived in front of them, you better show them a different life then, or they're going to follow right after you. That's the way life goes. Monkey see, monkey do. What we are around is what we will become. You surround yourself with bad people, you're going to be bad people. That's the way it goes. You surround yourself with good people, you're going to be good people. And people, they have such a problem with this, but it's always been simple statistics. What you are around is what you become. Whatever you surround yourself with is what you will become. Remember that. Hold on to it. Teach it to your children so that they can make good choices. And you make good choices. And I hope that we all do. Friends, as always, I'm O Red. Till tomorrow. I'll see you then.